I'm Kathy Mulvey, and I direct the Fossil Fuel Company Accountability Campaign with the Union of Concerned Scientists. Scientists have known for some time that increasing concentrations of carbon dioxide and other heat-trapping gases in the atmosphere can cause changes to our climate. And what's interesting is, this information came to corporate leadership of companies like Exxon. And, in the late 1970s and early 80s, Exxon actually had researchers looking at these issues and actually was in the 80s warned that we needed a rapid transition away from fossil fuels.
Exxon accurately predicted that by this year, 2019, the Earth would hit a carbon dioxide concentration of 415 parts per million and a temperature increase of 1 degree Celsius. Dr. Hoffert, is that correct?
We were excellent scientists.
The companies could have gone two ways, right? They could have said, we want to be the leaders in the energy business of the future, and we want to apply our technical and financial capacity to converting the energy system to a low-carbon energy system. Unfortunately, what they did instead was double down on fossil fuels as their business model and to therefore try to rig the policy environment to favor fossil fuels. Think about the consequences of that, because if in the 80s or 90s the world had taken collective action to start to reduce emissions, the challenge that we face today would be so much smaller. The strategy for the fossil fuel companies today is more one of greenwashing, of trying to convince us that they're part of the solution, or not only that they're part of the solution, but we actually can't accomplish the transition to a low-carbon energy system without them. So that's one aspect, and the other is delay. Even just last year, a now former ExxonMobil lobbyist was caught on tape being very candid about what their actual lobbying strategy is. And, there was nothing surprising here, but it was important confirmation from inside the company that their strategy is to try to, delay action, divert. With more frequent and more extreme climate-driven events, there are a lot of costs to society. And the thing is, right now, we're all just paying that out of our pockets. And we need to look at questions of who's responsible. And because the fossil fuel companies have this outsized responsibility, not just due to their emissions, but also due to their deception and disinformation, we're saying they need to pay their fair share of the costs of climate damages and resilience to climate change.